Sup guys, here today to Toriko chapter 292 review. Neo. So Neo finally shows up. For the past couple weeks I was wondering where the hell they were because I was expecting a scene from them, and they do show up, but they show up at the point that everyone least expected them to show up, right? It was showing up completely after they captured air, or it seems like this was a pretty calculated maneuver on their part, wanting to let Turco and his group do all the hard work and capture air for them, right? So that they wouldn't have to go through the trouble of kind of neutralizing, in a sense, or maybe sneaking past Horse King Hercules to harvest air originally like they would do. Instead, they just let Turco and his company deal with what they have to deal with, and then swoop in after everyone least expects it, after everything is done. So Neo is pretty dangerous in this regard. um Tepe just comes in there and pretty much thrusts his hand into Komatsu's chest, grabs Komatsu's heart, and then crushes it. All of that right in front of Turco. Turco seeing everything going down. Blood from Komatsu splashing on his face. It's crazy, man. And Turco is pissed as hell. And considering Turco's awakened powers, oh man, somebody's going to die straight up. From somebody from Neo is going to straight up die. Considering the fact that Turco now has his awakened blue ogre powers or blue oni powers, oh man, the only thing in my opinion that is able to compete with Turco in a true life or death battle in a strictly from a strictly survival standpoint is something on the A King's level or stronger than that, because that blue oni that we saw that fought against Hercules is definitely on that level, right? So if push comes to shove and Turco is going, balls deep, so to speak, or Turco is going 100% max power, and he's doing everything that he can to win, including using the blue oni, the blue demon inside of him. These guys knew they don't stand a chance. I'm guessing probably only Joe would be able to somewhat stand a chance and kind of neutralize, in a sense, blue oni's attacks, but it's not Joe that's there. That's my assumption. It's just Tepe and this other guy. I'm guessing that it's Shigematsu. Could be. That's my guess of the guy in the cave that was in front, and that big dragon looking snake thing that was floating across the sky. Seems like it's probably that guy. But Neo shows up right when everyone least expects it. I'm guessing that they are there to capture the air fruit and take it away with them after Komatsu and Toriko and his group have done all the hard work of procuring that ingredient. So they're stealing, they're cheating, as expected from guys like Neo. They're the bad guys, so they wouldn't do things the right way, as normal people would expect, as normal people would do and expected in a sense to be done as well. So right there, that's some crazy stuff at the end of this chapter. But even so, at the very beginning of this chapter, just as I said last week, we get more explanation into air and its abilities. And apparently eating this air fruit, right, it does some amazing stuff to their bodies. It pretty much fully oxygenates their body. It brings up every metabolic process. It brings up all the functioning activities in their body to a completely different level, so they're able to recover from wounds pretty much easily. They're able to heal up long-term wounds pretty easily. And this fruit is basically the list of the benefits and advantages are endless, as Coco was laying them out, right? And upon someone just recently eating the fruit, they could go down to the bottom of the ocean and stay down there for hours. Or someone could go into a situation where there's no more air and be perfectly fine after eating this air fruit. So it's some insane stuff, some insane stuff, some insane abilities, some insane benefits that this air fruit gives to people that consume it. And Toriko and his group members, the four heavenly kings, their gourmet cells have all leveled up as well. I'm sure Komatsu gourmet cells must have leveled up as well since he now has gourmet cells. But you know, Toriko and the other four heavenly kings, all of their gourmet cells have been leveling up, and it's not in the way that we normally would see the big bulging muscles, rippling muscles, and the shiny effects and all of that. It's not like that in any way. Instead, it's in a more it's in a different way. It's in the way that sorry, it's in the way that it seems to me that they have now begun to become more, in a sense, one with their inner demons, one with their beasts, and so they're able to draw out their powers more effectively because of that. You know, because Coco, while explaining it, all of a sudden he saw his hand change to his gourmet inner beast, and he was kind of freaked out about that. But Zebra basically explains to them that it happens because they're becoming more in tune with their inner beast. They're beginning to have more control over it. So in the same way that gourmet inner beast hand appears, you know, at will, they can also let it disappear. So it's not like it will be something completely over their control. It's not like before where it was either their will against their gourmet's beast will. Together it's just like a kind of machine where they where them and their gourmet beasts have now begun to become one, in a sense, in that way. So that's very interesting. I'm sure that they all have got some power boosts because of that aspect, because of that effect. I'm sure that they all are now able to use their gourmet abilities to a much higher level, or the abilities that is generated from their gourmet cells. You know, basically their attacks, everything they are now probably able to do to a much greater extent, much greater ability, because they have become that much better, that much more merged with their gourmet inner beast. So right there, you know, I love that part pretty much, and that also gave me some idea about why Neo would show up wanting this air fruit, you know, because a couple chapters back we see Joa in this ship wanting to do some exploration, and it seemed like she was going undersea, right, for some undersea exploration. But if she was to have the air fruit, she wouldn't need all of that fancy ships and all of that expensive equipment. All she would need to do is to eat the air fruit for a while before she goes down there, and she should be able to stay down there for as long as she likes. So you know, that gives you an idea, in a sense, of why Neo would want this air fruit, you know. And apart from the fact that it's the air fruit is called Food King Air for a reason, right? In all of the gourmet world, and the gourmet world has some pretty crazy ingredients, right? It's without a doubt that the acacia's full course ingredients are the very highest ingredients that someone can get in the gourmet world. So in terms of strength, in terms of leveling up, in terms of eating to become stronger, those are the best ingredients that you can get. So it's not just Toriko and his party that wants those ingredients as well. It's other guys out there like Neo and some other cats as well, because these ingredients, everyone knows about them and they are insanely hard to get. So you know, it draws a lot of attention from all over, both good and bad. But overall, I thought that this was another amazing chapter of Toriko. Komatsu seemingly out of the picture. I'm sure that he's not dead though. I mean, come on, he's not going to dead. He's not going to die. When Tepe struck him with that attack, Tepe said he wants him to sleep for a little while. If Tepe was going to kill him, he would say something like, well, this is the end for you, you know? Some hint that this will really be the end of Komatsu. But he basically said he wants Komatsu to sleep for a while. So, and also given the fact that Komatsu ate the air fruit, and we know the regenerative powers that the air fruit gives you and all of that shit. Yeah, Komatsu is not there. Plus they have clear water and all that shit. So yeah, Komatsu is not there. Not in the slightest. They have so many options available to rescue him. And you know, even the hint, you know, in the way in which Tepe did it, he didn't necessarily do it in a way to kill him. He just basically said sleep for a while. So he knew that Komatsu wouldn't die from this, but it would neutralize him, basically put him away from the action for a while I'm guessing the other guys out there begin to fight it out. But overall, I thought that this was another, as I said, awesome chapter of Toriko. I loved it very much. So that's it, that's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.